Hey all, welcome to On the Mic. Today we are going to discuss about Iran because is Iran ready to burn again? That's the question we need to answer today. Last week we have done a video about Iran. We discussed about why US actually backstepped at the last minute. So let's see what we have got today. So, what is the tentative plan of US or Israel this time? As we discussed last time, Iran is a huge terrain, and a 1 day or a 2 day operation will not help to take the control of the entire nation or entire Iran. So, the plan could be one, create internal unrest again and bring in indirect actors across the borders and create the disturbance towards the borders. Once these two happen, do a series of aerial attack, bomb, and the final stage, get onto the ground, maybe fight for 3 to 4 months and sort of a uh, try to kind of conquer Iran. So that would be the plan. I'm just guessing it out, but see, there would be a one set of argument where they can say like the Venezuela, they can kill the supremo and kind of do a regime change and all. But we don't know. But this way, they can actually drain out a lot of resources with the current regime of Iran, and it would be easy uh, for US or Israel. So let's look at the Iran map. So if you look at this Turkey, Syria, Iraq, this could be one problematic neighborhood they wanted to create. And this is one more area from Pakistan side, they can kind of create that. So very kind of a crucial borders at this particular end and this particular end. And when these two borders are busy or like disturbed and internally Iran is squeezed out with the protests and all, and that point of time, yes sir, Israel does an aerial strikes for 2 to 3 days, and that completely brings Iran energy resources down. At that point of time we might see some ground level action. But see, we are not suggesting any war. We definitely do not want any wars. So, will this dream come true for US and Israel? It all depends on how long the internal protests go and how long the borders are warm and hot, and how long those external actors can hold the borders by sucking up the resources of Iran regime. And there could be a possibility that Israel should do something like they have done in Gaza conflict, eliminate top leaders of Iran regime. So if they can do that, yeah, possibility they can have some winning. But other than that, directly getting into conflict with Iran, I think they will end up something like Ukraine and Russia. So, what are the possibilities for options for Iran? The worst case scenario I have put, but I feel that is the best case. I think it's high time Iran should go and have a small short-term peace deal with US or Israel, because that would give a 3 to 5 years breathing space. This could be best because there is no leader in Iran currently who can handle this entire regime beyond the current Iran Supremo Khamenei. So, by striking a deal with US or Israel in the short term, it will also help them to reorganize and bring in second set of leaders. Already, the repair work has started in Iran. The current Iranian president offered resignation, citing the internal conflicts. And who will be the next Iran president? But they should bring someone a neutral face that can give confidence to Iranian people, and that will also give some sort of a breathing space. See, as we discussed last time, Iran has huge army. They have got good uh, ammunition, millet, drones, missiles, and all. See, that's the reason we are saying like it could be once something happens, something get triggers, it will definitely result in an Ukraine or a Russia thing, which neither US nor Israel is interested. But Iran definitely wanted to lock these two countries in this sort of war zone. See, they are not worried about the end result, but they wanted to lock both the countries. Can they take support from China, Russia in the background? We never know. Can France again pitch in from backdoor like they have done in 1979s and 80s? We don't know. But one thing is very, very clear. There is a clear leadership crisis in Iran. Neither US and Israel have a strong leader who can who they can pitch in and use in the internal disturbances so that once the regime fall happens, that particular leader can step in. Neither the existing Iran regime, beyond the Iran Supremo, there isn't any tall leader who had that valor or who has that courage to take the control or rule the entire Iran. So a clear cut leadership crisis, whenever we see a leadership crisis and the leader gets eliminated by one or the other way, what happens? You have seen in Iraq, the country gets divided. Same thing might happen with Iran as well. So, very interesting time. The question we started off with, is Iran ready to burn again? We definitely do not want that to. So going back to the question, does Iran burn? We definitely do not want that to happen with Iran. Definitely, we want a short-term deal, a peace deal between the current Iran regime and US and Israel. We don't know what could be the dynamics of the deal and all, but that is definitely good for the country and good for the entire Middle East and good for the entire globe as well. The globe still not yet come out of that Russia-Ukraine conflict, and we have seen a lot. So definitely, we pray to see some sort of a deal strikes between Iran and the West that could give lot of peace. Otherwise, as we said, there's definitely a leadership crisis, and if the current leader by any way gets eliminated or moved out, I think there is a high chance that we'll have s- country splitting like Iraq into two or three regions. So let's wait and watch.